Monty, a nice game tonight from the team and yourself as well. 2 points for you. How'd you feel after that?
Pretty good. Got another win after yesterday, and it was a little bit harder because of the back-to-back. But I think after the slow start, we played really good game.
Obviously, starting the season off playing the same 2 teams for 3 weeks. Was it nice to go out and play a couple different more teams?
Yeah, it was nice. I didn't play in Iowa, so it was my 3rd team I played. So, but it's nice to play different teams for sure.
How do you feel about your game overall this season? It feels like you're feeling a lot more comfortable on the offensive side.
Yeah, it's been good. I try to improve in every aspect of the game. So, yeah.
What did you work on this summer? Because you are faster, you're even more defensively sound than you were last season, and like he said, your offense is pretty incredible.
Yeah, I focused on, like you said, on my speed a lot. Got a little more strength, especially in my legs. So, and that definitely helps. And just did a lot of skating, like on the ice, just pivoting and stuff like that, just to improve my skating overall.
So chemistry-wise, I mean, you've played with a few different guys. How has that been for you? Because usually you're with one person, but this year they kind of had you with a few different people.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like playing with different players, whether it's a lefty or a righty. It's been pretty good, and it's been working, so.
Good.
Thanks, Monty.
Thank you.
Well, John, 2 goals from you tonight, leading the league in goals right now. What's going on?
I'm not sure. Just trying to get open in the slot and use my shot to my advantage. And been playing a ton with Lombo and Shiner, and they're 2 really fun guys to play with. And Lombo's obviously a really good passer, and Shiner can kind of do a mix of everything. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
Even with losing a guy like Mazur and Austin Watson getting called up, this team seems like they haven't missed a beat. What do you think contributes to that the most?
I think it starts with the coaching staff and the team, that management's assembled. So far, I think we're a very deep team. We got really good goaltending. Special teams has been really good, and we're a pretty tight group. To be only under 10 games in. So I think that kind of translates really well, and you can get a pretty tight-knit group right away.
Yeah. Now, how did you get mentally ready for today when you only had like a turn and burn from yesterday into today?
Yeah, I think like everyone does different things to kind of get their bodies ready, and the good thing was both teams had to deal with it. Obviously, we were playing the same team. It's not like we were playing a team that was just already here waiting for us. So it's just about coming out strong, and I thought they did a good job. The first 10 minutes of the game, and I thought we kind of elevated our play. After the first 10 minutes of the first period, and then we kind of took over from there, I felt.
Yeah. Now you guys have a week off before you have another game. Are you hoping? I mean, obviously you want to keep that energy going, but how are you guys going to be able to do that when there's 7 days in between?
Yeah, I think you can kind of look at the plus side of it and get some rest. Obviously, not many of us slept a lot of hours last night, so catch up on some sleep and have a good few days of practice, and go from there.
That's good. Thank you.
Well, Emma, 2 assist night for you. You can continue to rack up these assists. Big win for the teams. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. I mean, it's hard not to feel good with the way we're playing right now. All throughout the lineup, even guys that didn't play are playing amazing too. So it's fun to watch. It's super fun to be a part of, and I'm excited to keep this thing going.
When you look at losing a guy like Mazur, and then you have Austin Watson called up too, and the team doesn't look like they missed a beat, what do you contribute to that?
I think it's just our depth. Like, we're so deep. We play. Everyone can kind of play. Sorry, Gus is getting in my way. No, and obviously it's super unfortunate for Mazur. I'm living with him this year, so I know he'll come back stronger than ever, and there's no doubt in my mind. So, but yeah, other than that, it gives some guys an opportunity who may have been out, may have been less ice time, and they're stepping up and they're playing well. So it's really good to see, and gets me excited for the future.
And obviously, we know you want to find the back of the net, but these assist numbers you're racking up are pretty unreal this time of season. Just how are you feeling, or how are you doing it?
I mean, I always consider myself like more of a playmaker than a goal scorer for sure. I think last year, like, everything was kind of going in for me. This year, a little bit of the opposite, but it's good to be making plays, and obviously I have guys around me who can finish, which is fine. So it's great playing with great players, Lenny, Shiner, even Mays at the beginning of the year. We're like, everyone can score. So I don't mind dishing to those guys, So yeah.
Yeah. Now Now, at the end of last season, you said you wanted to get stronger.
Mhm.
And this season, we've seen you like going hard into the boards, digging pucks off there, winning board battles. Like
I'll take it. Thank you.
like what did you do this summer to just kind of get you into that like mindset of just being that strong?
I ate a lot of food. No, I no. It's a process, right? Gaining weight, you can't just put it on. At least for me, it's really hard, right? So it's working with my guys back home, working with the guys here to get stronger while maintaining that speed. So it's kind of a process. And honestly, I didn't put as much weight on as I would have liked, but I just feel stronger, feel more stable. And another part that Detroit wants me to work on is being a little bit more physical, being harder to play against. So that's something I'm trying to add to my game, and I'm starting to feel good with it. A little bit more, into the game if you're not producing offensively or making plays. So it's been fun.
You've been playing a lot with Leonard and Shine. Kind of talk about that chemistry and relationship you guys have going.
Yeah, they're so easy to play with. They're fun to play with. Me and Shiner, what's up, Halsey? Me and Shiner have been playing together for a couple years now, and we just work well off each other. He makes so many little smart plays. He's got my back, keeps me a little bit smarter in certain situations. And then Lenny's obviously just a pure goal scorer. I've only played a few games with him, but he can put the puck in the net, I'm pretty sure. So, so it's been fun, and I think we have a good balance of everything. Like Lenny's a goal scorer, try and set it up, do what I can, and Shiner's kind of a little bit of a multi-tool, kind of does it all. So it's been fun.
How do you stay ready with a week off between the next game now?
Yeah, that's gonna suck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really looking forward to that, but it is what it is. Get some workouts in with Marcus. Get some good practices in. Maybe get a midweek day off. We'll see. But yeah, just stay sharp, have fun coming to the rink, be practicing hard, and we'll be ready to go Sunday. Thanks. Thanks.
Coach, you look at this weekend going into it, kind of a measuring stick, the two top teams in the division going at it. You guys come out with 2 wins. How do you feel?
Oh, it's good. It's a good hockey team over there. They play with a lot of pace, a lot of speed, a lot of skill, and it kind of tested our discipline within our systems and how we want to play. But overall, I look at last night's road game, and not a great second in terms of stats, but we outchanced them. And maybe it doesn't show up, but we still were playing well, even though you look at the scoreboard and the shots look overwhelming. But overall, outside of that, I thought our first period, our start was excellent, and then our third period was good too. And then you look at tonight, a little bit of a slower start, and we just built our game from there. And I really love our third period tonight. It's a 1-goal game. They've got a power play to start the third period. We kill that off, and then we just gained momentum and kept it the rest of the way.
You can say, you guys have been outshot in a lot of games, but coming away with these wins, it's about the quality of the opportunity, though, right?
Yeah, I'm not worried about shots, to be honest with you. It depends where they're coming from, I guess I should say that. I do care about shots, just where they're coming from. If everything's from the outside and our goalies can see it, they're going to make those saves. But if everything's coming from the middle of the ice and around the net, yeah, we're going to worry. But right now, we're not worried because they're coming from not so dangerous places. So, yeah, it gives our goalie probably a little more work than what we would want them to have, but with the way that they're playing, the way that they're seeing the pucks and they're tracking it, and the guys are playing in front of them, this light duty at times for them. So, even though we're getting outshot, it is what it is, and we'll deal with that. We do want to lower that. That's for sure. We do want to lower it. We'll find ways to do that, but the quality of shots is what I'm more concerned about.
Speaking of goaltending, obviously it's not lost. There's a bunch of good defenders in front of them. You guys are getting some incredible goaltending out of Michael Postava and Sebastian Cossa.
Yeah, like I said, both guys are stepped up big. Again, it's competitive. They're competing in practice, which helps both of them get better. I think Cosa's taken another step with his mental game. Obviously, Postava's come over here, and you always wonder how that's going to translate. And again, he's extremely athletic, extremely competitive. He challenges the shooters, and they're both making big saves when we need them.
Okay, so Tuo has really stepped up this season. He's gotten stronger, but also offensively has kind of risen to the call. Can you just talk about what he's bringing to the team this season?
Well, he sees the ice really well, and we've seen that since day one that he stepped into our locker room. Is that he's got great vision. He sees the ice. He can make plays. He has an underrated hard shot. And if you give him some time, he's going to make those plays. And what I like about Toomey is that when he's maybe challenged a little bit at times, he rises to the occasion and steps up to the challenge. And we challenged him a couple weeks ago just to be a little bit better in certain areas, and his game has taken off, and he's extremely dependable, reliable defenseman right now.
Yeah, so Shiner's been a Swiss Army knife for you guys. I mean, even tonight he was kind of playing as an extension of Postava a few times. What does it mean to have a forward like that who is willing to just be all over the ice when needed?
Well, I think that's who he is. That's his makeup. With Shiner, we know what we're going to get every night. He's going to leave it all out there. And now you add the captain. He's going to lead by example, and guys can follow. His work ethic, his determination. He wants to win here. He's said that verbally several times, and so the care level is there, and our guys are going to follow that lead. And so to have a guy like that on our team leading the way, it's special. It's special for our whole group, but it's special for him, and you can see the effort that he's putting in every game.
We did mention the slow starts. Are you concerned about those, or are you more concerned about how you finish?
We had a slow start tonight. Our start yesterday was unbelievable. Our first D-zone clip didn't happen until almost 6 minutes into the game. So this weekend, we want to have a better start tonight. They came out flying. They changed their forecheck up a little bit. There was some urgency to their game, and we didn't have quite that urgency. Our intensity was there, but our urgency wasn't there. So we were getting back for pucks. We just weren't making that play because we were taking that extra half a second to try to find something better than the play that was in front of us. So no, we'll keep talking and preaching about starts, because I think if we get a lead on teams, we'll be hard to play against.
Yeah, and then you have a week until you play again. How do you keep the guys in the mindset of there's a game without them getting complacent or tired, just to keep this momentum going as
well? That's on our leadership group, number one. They'll make sure of that. And then as the week progresses, we'll talk about not letting our emotional investment leave us. We have to become emotional. We have to find that intensity come game time next Sunday. We'll be traveling to Chicago. They play Saturday night, so we'll get a quick peek at them. But I trust this locker room will have our guys ready to go. We're just too deep with several leaders, and not just the experienced guys or the guys that are wearing letters. It runs throughout our team, and that's something as a coaching staff we can lean on, and the guys can lean on each other to make sure they're ready for next Sunday.
Yeah, does that just make coaching easier then? You just
You just make sure that you remind them of a few things, and they take care of the rest inside the locker room, and that's what special teams do. And I think we feel like we have a special team right now.
You got Austin Watson called up to Detroit. You got a guy like Alex Kinnick-Leeper that can step in and play that physical game.
Yep.
What's that do for the team?
I think we talk about team toughness, not necessarily fighting. We want everyone to step in when necessary or when it's needed. But with Leipz, he's not afraid. He doesn't back down. He does it for the team. It's not self-serving. It's not for himself. He truly is a team guy, and we love having him around here. Not just for that reason. He's unbelievable inside the locker room, but he plays too. He plays a lot of minutes. He plays a lot of hard minutes, and so he's extremely valuable for us.
I do want to talk about Doucette a little bit. I know he didn't play tonight,
Yep.
but at the beginning of the season, I was excited you guys put him on the fourth line. He needed to toughen up, and he has definitely done that. If you could just kind of talk about what you're seeing from him.
Yeah, again, last night was a tough night for him at the end of the game. That's why he's out tonight. But overall, Deuce, if he's moving his feet, he's engaged physically, he plays with some tenacity, that's when he's effective for us. So, we're excited to get him back in the lineup, and he'll just continue to grow, continue to develop, continue to mature his game, and again, he'll be a big piece of who we are in that depth role.
Thanks, Coach.
Perfect.
Thank you.